What's going on, guys? So today we have the cold side charge pipe from Brett from FenFab with an HKS blow-off valve. I'm very excited to finally do this mod on my own Explorer. I've installed several for customers. Haven't done it personally myself yet for my own car. So y'all stick with me. We're gonna get through this, and we got a lot of more videos coming. I mean, we got spark plugs, we got hot side charge pipes, we got a nostrum system over there to install. I mean, we got all sorts of videos here. We even got some stuff I can't even talk about right now that are over there, you know what I mean? So we got some good videos coming up, guys. So y'all please stick with me. I love y'all, and let's get it. All right, so here we have it. FenFab's cold side charge pipe. I know tons of people have already installed these. This video is late as hell, but nonetheless, this is gonna help y'all install it. It's a pretty easy install, especially for a 2022 plus or a late 21. If you don't have a factory blow-off valve like me, I have an early 2022, so we don't have a factory blow-off valve. This is gonna be a straightforward, really easy install. It's gonna take us all of like 10 to 15 minutes. And of course, if you know HKS, you're gonna get an awesome sound. I run a tile blow-off valve on the Prelude. I run an HKS on the Focus. This one's running a no-name brand, but HKS sounds phenomenal. So that's the one I chose to go with. Looks like you have a little install kit that comes with it from Brett. Oh look, and instructions. We don't need that crap. Yeah, here. All right, so you got your vacuum lines and whatnot, and our HKS. So what I always like to do too before putting on charge pipes, like even on my Focus or anything, I always like to put the blow-off valve on the charge pipe first. It just makes it a lot easier on you. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up the HKS box, and I'm gonna see what we have in here. Make sure that we have our C-ring clamp to actually like put it in here, and we're gonna clamp it into place first. Man, now just look at that sexy HKS blow-off valve. Beautiful. It's black. It's gonna look so sick on the white pipe, right? And that's gonna look so nasty under the hood too when you pop the hood and have the white piping. So after this one, we are gonna order the hot side charge pipe. I've installed a couple for people. Sometimes they have issues blowing off. You gotta tighten the clamps, guys. But we're gonna do the cold side for now. And then I'll eventually get around to ordering the hot side. You got your little install kit here. You can see you have the rubber O-ring and you also have the C-clamp. You're gonna need both of those. HKS blow-off valve does come with installation things as well. But good for you guys. I can't read anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and put this on. I'll show y'all exactly the tools I'll need to put this on and how to put on this HKS onto here. And it'll be fairly similar between the tile or whichever one, or the Turbo Smart one that you get. They're all pretty similar of installation. They're all gonna be basically held on by a C-clip. And then the vacuum lines are all gonna be the exact same way, no matter if you have a factory BOV or not. So there's where you're gonna plug in your little air line from there. So let's get started. All right, guys, so we have our charge pipe and we have our O-ring. What you're gonna do is you're gonna put your O-ring in there just like so. And we're gonna go ahead and put on our HKS blow valve just on top of that. And then what's gonna happen is you can position this whichever way you want facing. For the blow-off valve noises, let's have it, because this is gonna go towards the intercooler. So we'll have it just facing this way, right? Kind of that way. It depends on where you want it, right? And now here's the kind of scary part. By scary part, I mean, I don't know if any of y'all ever used C-rings, but they're a little sketchy. So what I like to do is put the C-ring around here first, if you can, just like so. So when you put it down on here, you know where it needs to go. So that C-ring needs to clamp down inside of here. And so you'll need a pair of C-ring pliers basically to squeeze them. And careful, guys, C-rings can pop in your face and it does not feel too good. Speaking from experience. We're trying to do this all while trying to film for y'all at a good angle. So let's get this thing to where we want. In here, inside of here, I don't know if y'all can see that, there's a little like channel here. That's where the C-ring is gonna sit. So again, and it does not matter which way your BOV faces. Again, it's, like I stated, it's preference and kind of routing the vacuum lines to make the most sense. All right guys, and just like that, our C-rings installed. It is all pushed down on that channel. Make sure that you are kind of pushing down on this as you try to seat that. And just like that. And now we can go to the car, start the car installation. All right guys, so here is the cold side, this ugly piece. And I know a lot of people are like, dang Travis, you're still running the OEM one. Yes, I am, not for long. So that is a 7mm, guys. I lied to y'all. Oh my goodness. All right, so all you're gonna undo is this one here. That kind of comes with like a factory little thing around that to help keep it tight. And then you're gonna have this one right here. You're not undoing it from the throttle body. You're literally just replacing this little bend of a pipe that kind of like smushes itself down. Y'all might not be all up in the way like mine is because I have the S&B intake, but still, we can reach that one. Loosen it up. And now we're going to just wiggle, 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 wiggle. We'll have that side pop out. Pop that side out. And just like that, you got your factory cold side pipe out. That piece of crap. And now we're gonna go get our beautiful white powder coated one and install it in its place. So much better looking. Oh my God, this is gonna look so clean in here. Not an exact white, but I mean like in here, it's gonna look so awesome. Now again guys, I'm gonna put that clamp back over here. I'm gonna feed this in and put it in that side. I'm gonna do that off camera real fast, just because trying to do that with one hand and put it back in there, I don't want to scratch anything up. Oh, that looks good, guys. So here we have the charge pipe. We got the clamps tightened down. One thing I would like to mention is when you're doing these, make sure you leave the clamps where you can actually reach the bolts. Don't put them in crazy hard spots. I always like to leave them in places where I can access in case a bolt blows off or something, or one of the charge pipes blows off, or just you have to go back in here for maintenance or whatever reason. Make it easy to access to save yourself time and just cleanliness and whatever. This is the factory line. So now we got to run our vacuum line. So we're going to come back here to this connector. You'll see how it connects back here. You're just going to take this, pull these back and push down, and then you should be able to slide that off. And now you might be like, Travis, this is a hard connector. I know. So basically you're going to take here and get this wire shroud off. And you see the hard line here. We're going to get a pair of pliers real quick, and we're going to pull that connection point off of here. You're going to save this connector. We're basically replacing this hard line, and we're going to tee it in. And so basically soft line, tee, and that one vacuum line's going to run to here, and then we'll have vacuum for that, and that'll be done, installed. It's that easy, guys. All right, I'm going to show you how I deal with hard lines, because most of the time pliers and stuff don't get them off if you can't get it off that way. I'm going to show you my favorite way. Another way I see done is people apply heat or a lighter and kind of like soften it up. But with that, you have a lot of other plastic in there, and you don't want to melt anything else by accident or make anything else brittle. I like to get a little razor blade, something nice and sharp, and then I'll just run it very gently over the line like this, basically to release that tension. So you basically run it down a line until you get all the way through, and you should be able to pull this off, no issues. And this is exactly what I mean. You're gonna take it and you're just gonna cut it until you feel it hit this. You're not trying to cut through the whole thing, you're just trying to cut through that soft or that hard plastic. We're gonna do the same thing to the other side to free up this, because again, we're gonna have to reuse this connector to obviously connect it back. Just like that, we have the hard line disconnected. And here we are. As long as you have a good pair of scissors, you can cut right through it with no issues. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna come out right here, and we're just gonna cut it in half again. Boom, cut right through it. And then we're gonna take our little plastic tee and push to install Now guys, you can put a clamp on these sides if you want, but with how tight that this fits on there and then them having the barbs, they shouldn't pull apart or leak. Again, I'm putting quite a little ass on that. That's not going nowhere. So now that it's on there, you're going to put that back on that barb in there. But now, if you even wanted to, you can see the length of here. You can see that this is still really long, right, for that factory piece that it replaced. So I'm going to trim just a notch more. I'm going to leave it a little longer than factory. And I cut another, say about an inch off, right? So again, Brett gives you about an extra 2 to 3 inches there. And now, y'all can see we are a little bit closer to factory, but just slightly longer, which is cool. Don't want it to be too long. And push it back on that fitting. All right, so now you're in here and you'll see your newly replaced line fits here. That T faces up here. And now we're gonna run just the line that he provided from the BOV all the way to over there. HKS does come with a filter. It does not matter which way this flows. Just know that it's a little filter and they're replaceable. I like to stick it somewhere where I can access it, but we want it to not just be shown here. It's kind of ugly, so we're gonna put it back here. This will be readily accessible, but a little bit more hidden and not just in your face. So put the line here and I'll show y'all. We're gonna make one cut, add this in, both of these, and then we'll fire it up and let y'all hear what the HKS sounds like. Okay, and if you had an early 21 or 2020 that has an OEM BOV, you'll find that BOV connector is gonna be somewhere up on this side, right in between the radiator and your intake, and you're gonna disconnect it. It's probably gonna be connected right to your actual OEM BOV, which is right below the intake box. And you're gonna disconnect it, and then you'll cut the line and put in that resistor. It doesn't matter which way you put that resistor, just connect it in line, and it's gonna trick the ECU and it's not there. And that's the only extra step you need. If you're upgrading to Brett's, you just delete that altogether. If not, he does also have a plate that comes with the cold side kit. If you have that one, that's a delete plate that you take off the OEM BOV and you bolt that plate down, I believe. Hey guys, nice, simple. You do have a little bit of leftover hose, you know, some zip ties that he provided. That I might zip tie them up to like something like this, but I'm not too concerned about it. I don't like to really zip tie a bunch of my lines up unless they're like rubbing on something, because when I have to go back in here, then you gotta cut a bunch of zip ties if you're trying to get this hose off, for instance, or something. But let's start her up and let her hear what she sounds like. All right, we're gonna put y'all just right here. I'm gonna climb in my Explorer real quick, show you what an HKS sounds like. There you go. Rice mode engaged. Now we got a blow off valve, so let's take it down the road, see what it sounds like down the road, huh? Because it sounds pretty good sitting still, but it'll sound way better going down the road. All right, guys, got my daughter Raina here with us. She's excited to hear it. Right, Raina? Yeah. Yeah? She also likes to go fast. Don't you? No? Not really? Yeah. Sometimes. So we're gonna test out the blow valve. Another important thing to mention is when you're getting that C-ring on, it is a little bit of pain in the ass. There's only one way it goes on. If you'll see, it has like a little beveled side, and that beveled side, there's a school bus, guys. So, but there's a beveled side, and that beveled side actually goes facing up, and the flat side on the bottom. That way, it actually slides in and locks in place. If not, you might hold boost sitting still, but as soon as you hit somewhere, it'll just it'll pop off. And you don't want your charge pipe or your BOV popping off your blow valve. Got a bus going through the neighborhood right now, guys. I'll be right back after I get out from behind this bus. You know, obviously I can't pass it up or anything, so. All right, guys, we got out from behind the school bus. I I do have the window down over here, so maybe y'all could hear it better. Let's see what my daughter thinks of it. Right here. Yeah. Transmission's not warmed up, you know, we gave it a little bit of throttle there. HKS sounds amazing as always. I don't know if anybody, or I'm sure most people, if they've been around cars long enough, have heard an HKS blow-off valve. HKS blow-off valves, in my opinion, are my favorite. You get that high-pitched kind of whistle, kind of teet noise versus a shh, or like a trailer brake, which I don't really care for. Those blow-off valves are cool, right? But I'm like, I don't know, HKS just have me by the heart ever since I've had my first HKS on my cars. Again, my Focus ST runs an HKS, and I just absolutely love it. It's like a sharp pitch sneeze more than like a trailer brake going off, you know. Let's see if I can get it to go off again over here. I like that. See, and it's only like when you let off the gas too. Sounds great, guys. Again, and then FenFab's welds are just phenomenal. So you got that white charge pipe in there. He offers them in black, red, blue, and then raw. And I'm sure if you wanted a special color like my white, you could just ask him. You know, it might be a slight upcharge or something. I'm not sure about that, but it doesn't hurt to ask, you know. And again, it sounds phenomenal. You like it? Does it sound cool? Is it fast? Did it make us faster? No.
You're faster at the racetrack.
Faster at the racetrack? Yeah. But yeah, guys, sounds awesome. Super quick, easy install. Nothing crazy, so happy to have that done. Next will be probably hot side charge pipe. We also have spark plugs to install and other things like that we'll be making a video over. So y'all stay tuned, guys. Love y'all. Stay blessed. And until the next one, you can say it. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Please like,
Share
and subscribe.